Hi, this is Nelson Ranch. So I want to talk about skills for the Umamusume 101. We're just going to do an overview on this one. So let's get started. All right. So when you choose a character, you get this character panel, and once you actually put in the resources necessary, you can actually like expand their capacity to max. And when you expand their capacity to max, this is the kind of skill panel that you will see. On the top left is the rainbow colored unique skill. And each character has one unique skill. And when you train them, you have two parents, and you're guaranteed to inherit the unique skill of your parents. Now, the inherited unique skills work at roughly 60% effectiveness. So they're not as good as your own unique skill, but regardless, usually they're actually very good skills. So that's why you want to pick your parents carefully. Um, if you're lucky, your grandparents' skills might actually also drop in the inheritance phase. And when these parent skills and grandparent skills drop, unique skills drop, you can buy them with your skill points. So, I don't know. You want to always think about how much skill points you got, and then find the right build for your character. The gold colored skills on the left that you see here on the special week are basically the more powerful skills. And their effectiveness is significantly raised. Now, I don't know if they're going to have this available in the English game, but in the Japanese game, some of the gold skills, particularly the gold skills that you start out with, can be evolved, and they have these evo skills, so the evolved gold skills, and they're even more powerful. Some of them are actually on par with unique skills in terms of effectiveness. So they're actually quite important to know. The white color skilled are the normal skills. The green colored, so the colors here, this is in white here. The green color skills here are basically a different type of skill. These skills basically proc 100% for most of them, so that's why they're actually pretty important to know. And the blue color skills are recovery skills, and I'm going to talk more about that next. Well, actually, first let me talk about hint levels. So this is a Meisho Doto that I have, and I have actually put in hint books. So hint books look like this. And when you actually put in the hint books, you can actually raise their capacity. So you got two types of hint books. One type to raise white skills like this, and another type to raise gold skills like these two. But the reason why you want to raise the hint level is because if you raise the hint level by 1, the cost of purchasing the skill is reduced by 10%. So at hint level 3, it's at 70% of the original cost. That's actually a pretty good deal. At hint level 4, the cost is reduced by another 5%, and at hint level 5, it's reduced by another 5%. So at hint level 5, you're buying your skill at 60% of the original cost. And the only way you can improve on this is by having the thing called sharpness. And every once in a while, when you train a character, you'll get this condition called sharpness. And when you get sharpness, you get another 10% reduction. In Japanese, it's called kiremono. So, many players basically just play their game over and over again until they actually get that sharpness, because you can actually buy skills really cheap. 50% reduction is huge, by the way. Okay, so the main source of skills is actually the support cards. The other source of skills is the skills that you start off with. But the skills you start off with, you can see. The support card skills are the skills that you can actually add to your character. And you get a choice of total of 6 support cards. And if you choose an SR and an R card, they only provide white skills, and usually they're listed in the skill panel here. So this is the white skills that you can get from these characters. So when there's like this exclamation mark about their training, one of the skills might actually have that, and there's a chance that you'll drop a hint, one of the skills that that card has. SSR cards, on top of all that, has a good chance of providing a gold skill. I would say good chance because there's actually 2 possibilities. One is the chain doesn't complete, and the other one is the third one is actually not a gold skill, but sometimes a white skill. So in the case of the previous card of Special Week, after 3 events, so there's the first event, second event, and the third event, this event happens. and there's a chance that you'll get the gold skill Kuishimbo, which actually is a big recovery skill, or there's a chance that you're going to get Eio Hokyu, which is a lower level white skill of the same, that does the same thing. Obviously, you want the gold skill. Sometimes the third chain never shows up in your training, and so you never get to finish, you never get a chance to actually get the gold skill at all. Players were really frustrated by this for a long time. I was frustrated by this for a long time, but the devs haven't done much to actually address the issue. Although in the more recent versions, they've actually made it so that the gold skills more or less drop each time. But we'll see going forward in the English version. I don't know how it's going to be fixed. I hope it's fixed. In some of the more recent cards, you can actually get the gold skill in the second or the third event chain. And there are other skills in which you can actually get, you can actually cut the chain so that it doesn't actually do the second and third chain. So you just do the first event and then it's over. And then there's actually one SSR card that actually gives you a gold skill on the very first chain, and there is no second or third chain. But that's rare. That's only one card that does that. So I don't know if they're going to increase those kind of cards in the future. Okay. So the last way that you can actually get skills, aside from the characters that already has the skills and the skill set, aside from the support cards, is through inherits. So every third and second year of April, you got the inherit events. Sorry, every second year and every third year of April, you got the inherit events. And in that inherit events, not only do you inherit, the blue, red, and green factors, but you also inherit the white skills, or there's a chance that you'll inherit the white skills. So if you recall, I had this Monozensky, and as parent, I had chosen Sakura Bakushingo because I wanted this skill, Jigatame, from Sakura Bakushingo. Jigatame is an acceleration skill that she does not have in the very beginning, but it was absolutely necessary, so I got it from her. Right? So you can also inherit skills from your parents. So parent runs are actually quite important, but that's far future. This is no longer one-on-one anymore at that point. Okay. So the next slide is here. Now let me talk about the skill types. So first, obviously, there's the unique skill, which I talked about earlier. Then there are speed skills. So this one here and this one here are speed skills. Then there are acceleration skills. This one here and that one skill, that's a gold acceleration skill. And then there are recovery skills. So that the recovery skills are in the blue. So the blue recovery skills and the green skills are pretty easy to see because it's coded by color. Most people just call all these white skills. But the problem is that the speed skills and acceleration skills are hard to tell apart. It's kind of hard. You sort of have to get used to it. And then there's these things called compound skills, which actually does a bunch of things at once. So Meisho Doto's unique skill is exactly that. It's a compound skill. It increases for speed, but it also reduces other players' speed. There's a small debuff capacity component attached to it. And these are basically your main skill set. Now, beyond that, the game also has debuff skills. So the debuff skills are usually in red. And it can do two types of debuffs. One is it's a debuff of speed, and the other one is a debuff of stamina. It just takes away your stamina. And there's a third type of debuff skill, and that's a debuff skill of line of sight. So you can actually have other skills that increases your line of sight. That's actually a useless skill. So the decreasing of the line of sight is a useless debuff skill. And there's also a lane change skill. So this is a lane change skill. And this skill basically allows you to change lanes much quicker. How useful is it? It's really not that useful. To some extent it is, but not that much. And especially after the July 2025 Japanese game, the debuffs, well, at least for that Champions meeting anyway, the debuffs are going to be banned. They'll be not effective, so the debuffs are going to be totally ineffective. So they'll be less important going into the future. So that's a really short overview. I don't want to go too much in this because this is like a huge thing in and of its own. Maybe if I have time, I'll actually go through each of the skill types, like speed skills, acceleration skills, green skills, and explain them. But I don't know. Anyway, this is a relatively short video on skills, and I hope this was understandable. All right, I'll see you guys around. I hope people are looking forward to the June 26th launch, which is literally like 10 days away. All right, take it easy, guys.